I have an idea for a future project that involves a small cassette player. After looking around for a while at personal cassette players like Walkmans, I found this really slick Kraco mini cassette on eBay. These small players were designed to be installed under the dash in your car. I can remember Kraco car stereos being sold at Checker Auto Parts when I was a kid. This unit was listed for just $7.50 and included the original box and packaging, shipping extra of course. The listing noted that this player was new. Upon inspection of the contents of the box, I do believe that this player has never been installed or used before. The box and the manual inside, however, have seen better days, probably due to humidity over the last 40 plus years. I'm not entirely sure when this was made or sold, but I'm guessing around 1980. The mini cassette is not much bigger than a Sony Walkman from around the same time. It has volume, balance, and tone sliders, and a single button for fast forward, play, and stop eject. The owner's manual is really crusty, however I was able to carefully open it, and here are the specifications for this unit. Here I'm hooked up to a basic power supply, and I just want to do a sanity check to see if playback will work at all. I don't even have it hooked up to speakers. And fortunately it does play. Fast forward, play, fast forward, eject. There are just 6 screws to open the top part of the case. So let's do that and take a look inside. Once inside, there is a very simple mechanism, and here is the motor. And the next thing to do is to hook it up and see how it sounds with speakers. As I kind of expected, it sounds pretty bad. So, underneath the case there are 4 screws, which we undo, and then we can separate the bottom from the mechanism, and now we have access to the belts. And you can see as I move the flywheel back and forth, the belt does appear pretty loose, so we will replace that. There's another belt that goes from the flywheel to the take-up spindle, and we will replace that as well. Here I've already removed it, but just to illustrate, you remove 3 screws, take off this guard, and then you have full access to the flywheel, capstan, and take-up spindle. We can now lubricate the capstan bearing, the motor bearing, and replace the belts, and here is a test. I'm not the one who's coming back for more. So it still has some issues with playback, and it doesn't help that I'm using some bare speakers. But I ended up going back in and replacing the flywheel belt with a 1.5 millimeter square belt. I only had a 1 millimeter belt in the first time here. And once I did that, I believe playback improved dramatically. Here's just a video I wanted to show of the cassette playing in the player, and it's kind of odd to see only 1 spindle. Anyway, here's another test.
It's worked so far, but we're not out yet.
I wanna know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.